Before we start this video, I just want to say, just to show that, I'm not capping. I was number one, but a nigga went to sleep, and yeah, niggas be on this shit. You know how rank be, bruh. You start off like number 2 or 3, you get off for like 4 hours, you come back, and now you're top 20, nigga, you're fucked. That's just how the rank should be, bro. But yeah, this to show y'all I'm not capping. Those are the rankings. Anyways. Okay, so first things first, let's go over his buttons. So I guess we'll start with light. So first hit of light is plus, by the way. So as you can see, that's plus, and you can make that plus up to twice. So you can do like tap, 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 and look, all that is plus. Now I don't know here, you can do it 3 times, but in actual game, I don't know why online you can only do it twice. After twice, the light will kind of just whiff, and you definitely don't want that. So you can do it twice online, and then you kind of like backdash or like throw out something else in that situation. If they're really patient, you can throw out a medium and reset into this. You know what I mean? If they're really patient. But if they're not, just quick little 1-2, and then go for your little mix-up situation. Anywho's. So that's just light. Then you have medium, which is not that great. It doesn't really go too far. It's better in Awakening, but in base it definitely does not go that far. And then next you have his up triangle move, which you can do twice. You can throw up 1 for a poke. If you space it out, it's like safe. Like if you do it here, that's safe. You can throw out twice. This is not safe and can be punished with the medium. But if they don't know, you can knowledge check this, because in base form you can do this, and it spaces them out to where they can't push light. So they have to push medium. It is punishable, but it's only punishable if they use medium. So if they don't know, or until they know, you can kind of mind game them with this. You know what I'm saying? Because you could bop, and then let's just say they push light here, right? Or like go for grab or like anything. Actually, grab might hit. I'm not 100% sure on the grab. Usually people would just push light here, and then bop, and you can catch him. Next is his circle signature. If you push it once, so it gets you good. You push circle into X. You do like a little dash. Now this has a little too much recovery, so I would never use this. It's decent if you're like far away, and then you can do like this to get into zone. That's pretty good. Now this move is really good because you can backdash this. Not on every character. On characters who have a fast jab like Yorichi, Urahara, some other characters like that. As you can see, when you do this and try to backdash, you still get hit. And as you can see on like a slow ass character like Shuei, you can just backdash it like those, and it's real. Now obviously when it comes to the mind game of backdash, grab, or jab, that doesn't really matter. But in case you think they are gonna mash, or like you think they're gonna grab, and you want to be able to like kind of like be safe from both of those options, backdash is a good option, and it's also safe, so you're not risking anything. The good thing about SP1 is it's also a projectile invul. So for example, on this one, all right, as you can see, goes through projectiles. And then you have SP2, which is far away, his Getsuga, and up close you get the Judge Show, which also, if you don't know, is invul. So for example, make start, shoot again, and it goes through it. As you can see, really good SP2, and you can see it does an insane amount of damage. Now this character is a very heavy neutral character. You kind of have to like get in on your own with his tools and things of that nature, and kind of just figure out a way to get in. But once you do get in, that's when, that's when the fun starts, and you can just go for the mix-ups 24/7s. But how do you get to getting close and playing a neutral game? That is the question. So step number 1 that I figured, never do forward dash if you just want to gain a little space. Side step is a lot better. As you can see, when you do sidestep in light, he kind of like lunges forward. Pretty good. It's kind of slow, so if your enemy also happens to lunge forward or even sidestep and then hit you, they're probably going to hit you out of the animation 9 out of 10 times because it's so slow. So you kind of just want to react kind of on what they're doing, wait for them to kind of come towards you, take that little step forward with the side dash, and you know what I'm saying, punish them for running up at you like that. Besides that, it has a decent amount of space, as you can see, reaches pretty far. Even when just the tip hits, you can still confirm. So it's pretty good. And if you can get a medium, you can do a lot of damage. But it's kind of slow as well, so be careful. But it is a really good movement punisher. Let's say they whiff grab. This is a really good movement punisher. So in this form, whenever he does this move on hit into flash step, look at my sublimation meter. Just look at the sublimation meter. That's all I'm gonna say. Bro, look how much that went up from doing it once. You only need to do it 3 times you only need to do this 3 times to be able to get sublimation. That's twice. And if I do it another time, I'll get it. But the drawback of that is your opponent also gets sublimation really fast. So let's make him awaken just so you can look at the meter. Now look at his meter this time. See how much they gained? They gained pretty much just as much as you. So it's a really good comeback route. Like if you're at 9 or if they're at 9 health and you're already on your second life bar and you want to be able to get them into like to do 5 konpaku at the start, go ahead, use that route, hurry up and build your sublimation and then kill them. So that way you get that sublimation and then you only have to get them the orange on the next hit. You know what I mean? Really, really good. Also, this move changes. It's up triangle. Changes into that. It's really, really bad though. It's negative. It's heavily negative on block. Can be punished with anything, as you can see there. But the good thing is, if it's spaced out, it's still considered safe somewhat. So you can throw it out there and just kind of wait to see if it hits or not. Because if it hits, you can delay the second hit of the triangle, as you can see. Hold on. You can delay this part, so you don't have to do it right away, as you can see. Between the inputs and when I push triangle. So you can throw it out. If it doesn't hit, just block. If it hits, push triangle again, go to the second part. Remember, you have to space this out too, because if it's too close, as you can see. But if you space it out, you're chilling. Also, I don't know if I've mentioned it already, but this move can chase backdash on block. And the good thing about it is, once you get sublimation and you do this and you have yellow reverse, look how much damage this does. Oh wait, let me record backdash. So if you can call this out, okay. Look at that. If you can call it out, that's 6.5k. There's a secret plus setup with this character as well. So the reason why I say you should always do this on like block or hit, because on block, as you can see, you cannot mash that. Like I said, you can't backdash, you can't mash, you literally just have to hold it. You can flash step it, but that's it. So once they realize they cannot do any of those options, they'll start to just block like unconditionally, right? Because you have to just block if they do that or you get hit. Now, the funny part about that is once they start blocking that, that's when you can start mixing up shit like I said before. But you can do this in base 2. But you can throw out Getsuga, and as you can see right there, it doesn't work if they mash it. That's why you want to do this setup. Now, if they don't mash it, let's make the mash. If they don't mash it, as you can see, sometimes you get that, but it is like pseudo plus. I messed up there. It's like pseudo plus. You can trade, right? But on other characters who aren't as good as Yorichi is, let's just say, let's go like Bankai Ichigo. Or actually, let's go Shikai. Since you won't even see Bankai Ichigo that much anymore, for real. R.I.P. Bankai Ichigo, bro. That character's in the dirt now. You love to see it, bro. I was so tired of that SP2 combo. Oh my god. Fucking hated it. As you can see, plus. Or a trade. It's always either gonna be plus or a trade. That's why that setup is so good. But like I said, that setup is matchable. So you want to always condition them with doing this a lot first, just to get them in the habit of blocking that. And then once they finally, like, you know, then you can mix in this. Or even if you're really feeling cheeky, mix in the plus for him. You know what I'm saying? If you're really feeling cheeky, or if you're really feeling yourself like that, you can hit him with the and then it's a plus for him. You already know the damage on that when that hits. That damage is fat, but last two things you need to know about this character. So one is this SP2 route. So the reason why you do this SP2 route is because look at the difference on damage. If you hit this version of SP2, that's 3,600. If you hit this version, 4,800, bro. More than 1,000 more damage. So, why that is very important to note, right? That's why it makes it all the more important that you have this route. Because you always want to get that version of SP2 rather than the projectile version. If you do it normally without doing that link, let me see if it'll get it this time on here. I fucked it up. Yeah, close to the wall. When you're close to the wall, you can just do it, but it's more from mid-screen. Okay, still did it. Okay, Ichigo, you're not really proving my point right now. Ichigo don't want to prove my point. You don't want to prove my point. But basically, online, sometimes when you do this combo, you get the projectile version instead of the melee version. In training mode, you want to delay it, but whenever you're online, do circle into X as fast as you can. So as soon as the animation ends, spam that bitch. Circle X, L2, 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 L2. Just spam that hoe. No delays, just spam it. And you'll pretty much get it at any time online. I heard there's some characters that like it's more difficult to hit on, like Rukia and Gin. I'm not 100% sure, but you can try it yourself and let me know. Teach me, teach you type shit. I'm not sure if I went over this completely yet, so I'll just go over the optimals for every every hit. So this is your most damaging hit. That's your most damaging hit, right? And then off grab or anything else, you want to just do this. Oh my god, I got a hiccup right in the middle of that. When they're in red like this, you can get a little bit of an extra follow-up. I fucked that up. Come on. Pop, 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 pop. Sheesh, look at that damage. Yeah, you get that level of an extension whenever they're in red. Okay, I can't skip this. I tried to refresh and I just said, nah, nigga, you watching this. Okay, Bleach, calm down. Like I know y'all put in all the effort, but it ain't that serious. All right, before I end this video, I do want to show y'all like the actual TOD, because obviously landing this end game is gonna be very, very hard. So this is the actual realistic TOD. Let's just start with grab, since that's like the most realistic starter, right? You're wide open, he says. Oh, that's nerfed a lot, actually, if I start with grab. Never mind. Never mind. It's too nerfed if I start with grab. So we'll go with the next best thing. This is the second most practical. He said, this isn't over. He wants you to know it's not over, nigga. Toshiro! Oh, that didn't kill. That was pretty close. And that is going to do it for this video. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope you all become even a slightly better T.Y.B. Ichigo. And yeah, I'm going to catch y'all in the next one. Please, if you enjoyed this video, like, subscribe, and comment. I'm out. Peace.